All right, last 5 minutes. Let's talk about the nonsense that is the Phillies.
It seems like it always starts with J-roll whenever we say the nonsense that starts with the Phillies. But
what is going on with this?
I don't know. And this is the first time, at least, and Charlie Manuel and Jimmy Rollins had their issues at times. Charlie benched him on a few occasions, took him out of games for not hustling. But
so he basically put him in timeout, is what you're saying.
Right, exactly. But Charlie always made it clear. He always said to the media why he was doing it, told Jimmy why he was doing it. The interesting thing with the current news that's been breaking today is that Jimmy Rollins has been benched, hasn't played in a couple days, and he has no clue why. And Ryan Sandberg hasn't told him why and hasn't told the media. And we were kind of discussing it before we came on air. As people who are in the media, I think we're used to hearing why players are getting benched or disciplined. And I don't know, it's very weird to not have any sense of why Jimmy Rollins isn't playing. And I think it's a mistake on the part of a new manager to not realize you want to control the message, I feel like, that gets to the media. You don't want the media to get a story and be able to twist it any way they want, because then it becomes a distraction in your locker room. So if I were Ryan Sandberg, all the days that he was sitting out, I would have made it very clear why he was sitting out. That way it doesn't become an issue. No one's speculating about, does Sandberg have control of his, clubhouse? Does he feel comfortable enough as a manager to discipline his players to their face? Because personally, I don't want a manager who doesn't feel strong enough to be able to discipline his players outright. So I think I don't want to get too depressed about the Phillies early, because there's a lot of reasons to be depressed anyway.
Yeah.
But it's a little telling to me that that Sandberg isn't being very direct about what's going on with Rollins.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, he could definitely make the Hall of Fame. They were talking to former Phillies shortstop Larry Boa about that the other day on television, and he said he thinks Jimmy Rollins is a Hall of Famer with another solid season or two for sure. So it's telling. And part of me thinks, okay, maybe Sandberg has a message to send. Maybe he feels like, if I were to discipline some guy who's just trying to make the team, it wouldn't send the same message to everybody as disciplining Jimmy. And I agree with that, but you have to be clear and you have to be strong about why you're disciplining them. I don't think you treat potential Hall of Famers that way unless there's a very clear reason and you're going to be heavy-handed about it. Personally, I think that's